Hello, I'm Natalie Allen. Breaking news out of Ecuador. 41 people are confirmed dead after a magnitude 7.8 earthquake. A state of emergency remains in effect in several areas. Some 36 aftershocks have struck since the initial quake.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Hello, I'm Natalie Allen. We're live in Atlanta and following two powerful earthquakes on opposite sides of the Pacific. Rescue efforts are still ongoing in Japan, but we start with Ecuador, where a magnitude 7.8 quake has struck the coast. 41 people are confirmed dead so far, but that number may very well rise. People were evacuated from their homes along the coast, but they are returning with the threat of a tsunami now gone. But look at the pictures we're getting in. The quake's epicenter about 170 kilometers from the capital, Quito, and some 36 aftershocks have hit since the initial quake. Ecuador's quake was centered on its northern coast, but it was felt hundreds of kilometers away. Our meteorologist Derek Van Dam has the latest for us from the Weather Center. Derek.
You know, Natalie, this part of the world has produced some of the largest earthquakes on record. In fact, one of the largest earthquakes ever recorded, a 9.6. That was in southern Chile back in 1960. Of course, Chile is just to the south of Ecuador, but this area is right on the edge of tectonic plates, and there's a lot of shifting, thrusting mechanisms that take place, and that really jolts around the continental plates, allowing for this buildup of energy, which is expelled in the form of an earthquake, just like we've seen here in Ecuador. So what you're looking at right now is the U.S. Geological Survey map with Google Earth. We'll zoom into Ecuador and talk a little bit about this region. First and foremost, Esmeraldas, this is an area just outside of Quito, the capital of Ecuador. That is an area where we're having reports of damage at the moment. What you're looking at here, the orange dots, are the latest aftershocks within the past few hours, in fact, since this earthquake originally took place. In fact, there have been about 7 magnitude 7.0 earthquakes since the year 1900 in this area. So that gives you an idea of the frequency and the severity of the earthquakes that occur in this part of the world. Let's zoom in a little bit closer to the epicenter, the 7.8 that occurred earlier today, and put on shake map data. This gives you an indication of the population and the amount of people that actually felt the most severe shaking. What you're looking at here, right around the epicenter in that shading of orange, would be moderate to severe shaking. There was roughly 2 to 3 million people that felt that severe shaking. I'm going to get to a few more details. Magnitude of 7.8 with a depth of 19.2 kilometers, right where that earthquake occurred. Again, local time just before 7 p.m. Here's a look at the population densities that felt the most severe shaking. Again, very strong to strong shaking across this part of the world. This is known as a shallow thrust fault, and that happens between two plate boundaries, tectonic plates, so one overlapping the other, causing that buildup of energy. We would expect to see more aftershocks as what we experienced in Japan not 24 hours ago. This is just a look at how many aftershocks we would anticipate with an original magnitude 7.8 earthquake. Now, going forward, the search and recovery effort for this area, currently cloudy conditions in the Esmeraldas region just outside of Quito. We anticipate rain in this forecast, which could hamper the forecast going forward, or at least the search and recovery efforts. So we are going to be monitoring this part of the world very closely, Natalie, to say the least. On top of that, we have Japan still in our radar.
We're going to talk about that, but no concerns for tsunamis.
Tsunami threat has passed.
All right. Thank you, Derek. All right.